Okay, welcome to yet another PB restream. This is like the third one now, maybe even fourth. No, not the third one, or rather not the fourth one. This is the third one. I'd say gonna get right into this. I wasn't even gonna restream this one. I was considering just uploading the footage because the run isn't spectacular. But it's probably the last time I'm gonna run Shadow 90% for a long time. So I figured I might as well. So let's get going with this. If I can time it. Let me just get the music cue. Alright, let's try this. Nope, that was way off. Come on, I don't got too long. Why do I have to... Oh shit, I didn't reverse it. Oh, fuck's sake, that was a double. Come on. You can do it. If you try. No. No. I swear, this is the worst thing about restreaming PBs every time. No, that wasn't right. That was a bit close though. Almost so close. Come on. Okay, that was perfect. Pretty much perfect. Alright, let's go. But yeah, this run isn't too noteworthy. It's just a nice PB, because I got my 3933 last night in the stream that I did. It was a pretty poopy run. It didn't have a very good mission select glitch, and the run leading up to it was kind of meh. Had a lot of mistakes in it, but yeah, it's just I thought I was actually not gonna bother because I really don't like the mission select glitch in Shadow's story. I realize how easy I have it with Silver, or have had it. But earlier today I thought to myself, nah, I'll just do, because I really wanted to get my PB for this on stream. But I thought, you know what, if I just want to get this over and done with, because I hit the MSG, I'm just going to try offline attempts anyway. And that's what I did. Now here we are. The raw file for this right now, like the full raw recorded file of this run is 50 minutes long, including the credits. And all that, so like, I think I must have reset like 3 or 4 times prior to the start of this run before I actually got it, which is pretty stupid. Like the first run I got of the day after doing a little bit of MSG practice. Also, what is it with me and grabbing onto that wall on runs that are gonna be PB? I feel like I've only done that in runs that have ended up becoming PBs. I mean, nah, I've probably done it in some resets, but I swear that's like the PB wall. Like, you hit that wall, you know you're getting a PB. If you get past Egg Cerberus, guaranteed PB. But no, this isn't a bad run. Not a terrible run whatsoever. I'm actually very, very content with it, which goes to show me just how crazily good the world record is, which I already knew. I knew that, like, this might be one of the most optimized categories in the game. I mean, it's one of those things. Oh, also, let's not forget to split like I did in my last PB restream. Let's wait for this, and then I'll go off in my bloody ramble. There we are. What was I saying? No, bloody hell, what was I saying? Oh yeah. It's like if you're talking most optimized category in terms of like how close it is to perfection, the answer is probably Silver 90%, because that's within like 10 or 15 seconds of human perfection. But like whenever you consider how long this category is versus that, this probably has a higher like ratio of optimization, because even though it's probably more within like 20 to 30 seconds of perfection, it's like a much longer category, so therefore it's like, by that math, it's more optimized, so something like that. Depends on how you look at it. And hey, Broken Bane. Welcome to the short stream, because this is not a very long category. But no, as I said, really don't like the mission select glitch for Shadow, and I know that I've tried to do Sonics in the past, and I really don't like it. Like, it's even worse. Shadows is the second. Shadows is in the middle. Silver's is by far the easiest, and Sonics is by far the hardest, I think. Shadows is pretty easy compared to Sonic, but that doesn't mean much. I still have a lot of trouble with it, and I'm just lucky that this run had a pretty decent one, if I recall.
Perfect.
But no, yeah, my goal for this category was to beat Liam's time, which is a 38:05, I believe. And I can confirm that this run does that. It does beat a 38:05. As I'm sure is evident, otherwise I wouldn't be content with this run, because that was the bare minimum of what I wanted to do. But it definitely doesn't get close to world record. It doesn't get sub 37, I can tell you that. Rose, respond! I think the game might be a little bit too low. Oh well, it's good enough. I think maybe I can fix that, actually. I can. Oh, that might be too loud now, let's find out. That's definitely louder. Yeah, that'll do. That's good. Hopefully opening up that window didn't make any fucking white boxes appear on the screen. I really don't know what did that in my tied world record for no MSG. But it seemed to be just like a weird capture card artifact thing. Seemed like it had nothing, like it couldn't have been something that happened like while I was restreaming it, because it's in the raw file and everything, so if it wasn't in the raw file I would have uploaded that as well, but I forgot to split. As always, amazing. I love restreaming PBs and then forgetting to split. Doesn't matter, I'll just show the I'll show the what do you call it afterwards. The splits from the run. I mean, that's a small split anyway, that's just the Enter Kingdom Valley split. Time loss and gain there is very small, because it's generally very straightforward. But yeah, the run probably looks better than what it is right now because of, you know, how far ahead I was leaving Egg Cerberus, but that's just because my PB is really bad. My PB had like 7 minutes to gain on the mission select glitch alone, so I really didn't care about how bad it was. Although it actually got pretty good towards the end, but that doesn't mean much, because up until then it was pretty shit. Oh, dearie me. But no, I've had a lot of fun running Shadow, I have to say. I have got burnt out on it quite fast, but no, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I wouldn't say I'm done with Shadow. I'm probably gonna go back to one of these categories at some point, but for now I'm definitely done with no MSG in any percent. Any percent especially. This category is just... ooh, I do not like it, which is funny because I love the fact that it means I don't have to do Mephiles Phase 2, because I really don't like that fight. It's took more runs from me than I think Iblis Phase 3 has, which is stupid because, as I've said before, Iblis Phase 3 is like, in it from a speedrunning perspective, by far the worst boss in the game. Like, Egg Cerberus is pretty bad with Shadow, but at least it's like right at the beginning and you can reset over it. You know, you can't really do that with Iblis Phase 3. Iblis Phase 3 is just by far the worst. But I really don't like Mephiles fights either. I actually don't mind Mephiles Phase 1. I used to really hate it, but I don't mind it now. But Phase 2... they're so straightforward in some ways, but they just really bug me. That was pretty poopy. I'm attacking those boys. Can't believe I messed that up in my no MSG run. That hitting the robot there, I messed that up royally. Would have been very nice if that didn't happen. And yeah, this run is never ahead of my no MSG PB, funnily enough. I think it gets very close after Tropical Jungle. I think it's like 6 seconds behind or something at Tropical Jungle. And then it just, you know, doesn't really get much better from there. So it was actually a pretty good run, overall. Come to think of it, did I make many mistakes in this run? No, what did I do wrong? Yeah. Oh, right. Yes. I just remembered. Radical Train. I think Radical Train is the only place where there's any big, bad mistakes, but I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting. There would have to be. There's a mistake there, not getting that clip, but that's good enough.
Not even a challenge.
Not even a challenge. No, I will not forget to split, I swear. There we go. Yeah, 20 seconds, that's about right. Still hid my splits whenever I was doing the run as well. Since I really don't like seeing how far ahead I am during runs. It's absolutely shocking. It's like, if I'm streaming, I just don't perform well, especially if I'm in a call, although I got my 39 in a call, funnily enough. But it's like, if I'm offline, and I'm just listening to something, and I don't get to see my splits, apparently I play really, really well. Because I guess the pressure's not on as much. And it's funny too, because I definitely couldn't apply that to things like, say, Blue Dragon or Tulip. Like games that are like really long speedruns, like Tulip any percent is like, you know, just over 2 hours, nearly 2.5 hours. Also that's that was interesting, whatever that was. And I saved it pretty well there. That was pretty good. But now, like, with longer categories, I probably couldn't do it. These are, you know, short by my standards. Because, like, oh, by the way, I don't know what happened there either. This was a very, very strange first section of Crisis City, but it was a fun one, so no complaints here. It was fun and it was fast, just a wee bit strange. I messed that up as well, that's unfortunate. 55 is still really good there, by my standards. But no, what was I saying? Yeah, it's like, I'm quite the lover of long categories for whatever reason. Like long speedruns. Because I just find them more impressive, and more enjoyable as well. Because then it also becomes an endurance test, on top of just becoming like how well you can perform. It's like, not how much can you like crazily optimize a 1 hour category, you know, and not get fed up with it, but how long can you, or how much can you optimize and not get fed up with like a 5 hour category. And like, as I said then, it's not just a matter of, you know, what you can do and how consistent you are, it's also how much endurance you have. And to me that's more enjoyable, which is why I run so many long categories. Do I? I mean, yeah, there's Blue Dragon and I guess both Tulip categories. Outside of that though, not really. Yeah, not really, huh? But I couldn't see myself running a category like Blue Dragon any percent and then coming up later that night with Blue Dragon any percent PB restream, because that's the kind of game where it's just far too long to do runs of it off. I mean, I suppose I could, You know, I suppose I could. It's just with a game like this that's, you know, it's a platformer and, you know, input-based in that way, whereas Blue Dragon is more of a intense focus, like, read what the bosses are doing, like, what exactly is happening, what moves do I use. It's not the kind of thing that you want to space out for, even a little bit. That's more of a hyper-concentration thing. That's where you'd want to be hyper-concentrated, whereas a game like this is where you don't want to be, because then you'll make mistakes, because you're just platforming and going from point A to point B. And it's overcomplicating that makes you mess up. I mean, I don't know, that's just a bit of a ramble on my part. I don't know, it's weird. But no, whilst I may be done now with Shadow No MSG and any percent for the time being, I did just start to work earlier today there, after I got this PB, on looking at the route for Shadow that was used in Yish's 180 gold medals run, and I'm gonna try to optimize that. not 180 gold medals, I mean the route. I never said I was running 180, but that may or may not be something that I'm really keen on doing, but that's just a theory. It's just a myth. Anybody who runs really long categories like that, it's a meme, right? It can't possibly be serious, am I right? Ha ha ha. Putting effort into things is a meme, right? Because it's easier just to not put effort into anything, right? Ha ha ha. Hee hee wee. On the reels goes Shadow Speed. Why do I have to turn everything into a fucking rhyme? But no, that's the other thing, speaking of speedrunning in general, rooting. Rooting is my favorite thing in the world, and that's the one thing I don't like about running games like this, is that there's not much rooting outside of, like, movement optimization, which is kind of the same thing. It is rooting in a sense, but it's not the same as, like, making one change in, like, a Blue Dragon run, and then suddenly it has, like, a butterfly effect that affects, like, everything else in the fucking run, or... not everything, but you know, shit like that is a lot of fun to me, that kind of problem-solving shit. Don't know why I'm rambling about this, actually. It's just because I'm having fun with that Shadow jank. And it's funny, because I don't even know shit about Shadow's missions. I don't even know what they are, really. But, oh yeah, by the way, that's just how bad my Crisis City was in my 39. It was really bad, so I just gained 23 seconds in that. And that was an alright Crisis City, not a gold split though. That was pretty good. But nah. Right now the thing that's on my mind the most is fucking... like, because I think both DSS and Yish did it in their 180 gold medals run. I think I'm just going to call it 180 medals, because the gold really doesn't roll off the tongue when you're saying all that. But, like, they both do the same thing, where they get all of the Soliana Castletown silver medals as silver by doing that thing where you, like, break out of the start of the water target tournament mission and grab them all as silver. And by the way, this is a really good start to Flame Core. Like, this is insanely good by my standards. I say by my standards, I mean that's good by anybody's standards, I think. Although once again, I don't go for the spring here because I do not feel confident going for that spring ever. It doesn't save that much time either, but it would be worth it in a category like this if I could do it consistently. But, well, even in no MSG, but whatever. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So they do that thing where they get all of the silver medals in Castletown as silver by, you know, because there's that weird... I think it's only the water target tournament, I don't know for sure. But there's that weird version of Castletown that has all the silver medals that belong to all the characters. And you can just grab them all as silver in that instance. And it's pretty interesting, but even with the ETD, I don't think it's faster, personally, because it's like, I feel like Because like whenever if you were doing like 180 medals as Shadow or Sonic, you would have to go and do all the missions around the town anyway. So you're going to be going to like every part of the town almost anyway. So taking the small bit of time to route the medals in to me would be better. Not to mention Sonic and Shadow are just faster than Silver with their ground speed. Though I don't know, and it's really pissing me off because I've been really trying to think about it and I have no fucking idea which one is faster. Like whether it would be faster to just route every character individually, let them deal with their own silver medals, or let Silver take care of all the Soliana silver medals. I mean, personally I think it would be faster to let them deal with their own medals instead of doing that with Silver, but I don't know. And I'm probably not gonna know unless I time it myself. And since I haven't done much of anything with Sonic outside of, say, the PC demo, the fan thing, I can't say when that will be happening. So yeah, this is probably an ILPB. Is it? Yeah, I think the best I'd done before this was like a 47. So this is an ILPB, I think.
How can I call myself a treasure hunter?
Like that was a really good flame core. Fairly certain I got a gold split here, and yeah, it definitely looks like it. That's about right. Yeah, after this stream I might, I was considering booting up my 360 and doing it after this, but for the sake of just being able to put this directly on YouTube, and also because I'd rather do it offline, I'll do it offline, by which I mean I'll be looking into Shadow's medals. So that's probably what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna try to do pretty much the exact same thing I did with Silver, where I basically 100% his story, which is like super. I mean, with Silver it's kind of arbitrary because you could also get all the silver medals that belong to Sonic and Shadow, and it's arbitrary in general because why the hell would you run one of, like, why the hell would you do that? I mean, I suppose it's not completely out of the question. If those were categories, they would be good practice for 180. And they'd also all be significantly shorter than 180. But yeah, I'm not surprised that nobody cares about it. Nah, any excuse to run a longer category that has some rooting in it is good enough for me, though. I want long, rooted categories. Very long and very rooted. Root-tied Nishi. Root and then tied Nishi the record is apparently what I'm gonna do with everything. Still can't fucking get over that. How did I tie the no MSG for this fucking Shadow Boy right here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Be sick if somebody found a way to deal with this fight faster. I think that's the thought of pretty much everybody who runs this game and doesn't exclusively run Silver, which now also includes myself. In fact, I don't think there's a single person who now runs this game and exclusively runs Silver. I think that used to be me. So, rip that. So pretty much anybody who runs this game now probably wishes there was a way to deal with this. Bloody Iblis Phase 2 Otto the Scroller. That's his name now. Not Iblis Phase 2, Otto the Scroller. Hey, it's Shrek Hates Anime. Good to see you, man. Sadly, Don isn't in a call with me right now, because if he was, he'd be giving you the royal welcome that you deserve. But it's just me rambling tonight for a little bit until this PB restream is done. Also, why did I lose so much time there? What the shit? Oh, that wasn't that much time, but it was ticking down there for quite a bit. That's a bit weird. Shrek hits anime XD Gale of Darkness. that's a pretty good. That's one of the best Shrek games they ever made. Oh, this is an interesting tropical jungle, by the way. It's a pretty nice one, because I don't get the moon jump, but you'll see what I mean when I say it's a nice tropical jungle in just a little bit here. Oh my god. I fucking fumbled there.
You can't move on until the enemies are gone.
So take a look at this. I got the backup one. That's like the backup moon jump. It saves about 4 or 5 seconds, roughly.
What did you think of my
Maybe more, now that I think about it. Maybe 6, but probably about 5 seconds. It's nice when you get it, but normally I don't get that one. But it does save a little bit of time. So it's a lot better than... it's nowhere near as good as getting the actual moon jump, but it's a lot better than getting nothing and just finishing normally. There you go, that's 5 seconds saved. Would have been more if I didn't fumble on the ledge. Oh, and this is fucking hilarious here, by the way, because I mentioned it before, but Mephiles Phase 1 never gives me good RNG in runs. Never. Not a once, and I believe he finally does now in this run. And that kind of made me think, oh man, I wonder if this could actually compete against my no MSG time. And funnily enough it could, because I think after this it's only a couple of seconds behind. And my biggest problem with my... this is the thing, by the way, I checked this out after I forgot to look at it on stream. After I restreamed my no MSG PB that tied the record and everything. I'm actually a minute ahead of the record leaving Tropical Jungle. Not this run, obviously. This is versus my shitty any percent PB, but in my 46-43, I'm 1 minute ahead of the other 46-43 by DSS leaving Tropical Jungle. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how do I lose all that time? Because, like, it wasn't a bad run. Like, Dusty Desert wasn't great, but I still did it alright. I lost a little bit of time in Aquatic Base, but it was still a decent Aquatic Base. It's like, I don't understand how I lose all that time. And I think I lost a little bit of time in, I think I lost about maybe 10 seconds in Mission 15. But it's like, how? Like, that means that, like, sub 46 is actually really feasible. So yeah, a 121, that's one of the best Mephiles Phase 1s I've ever had in a run. That's a really good Mephiles Phase 1.
Mission complete. Perfect mission.
But nah, like... If I knew what I was doing with the Chaos Snap, and if I also was apparently much better at the end of Shadow Story, then getting sub 46 no MSG would not be out of the question. But I think I've got a ways to go before I reach that point. It's fucking crazy though. I mean, I guess it just goes to show you how bad the beginning of DSS's 46-43 is. I mean, I don't even think that it's bad, it's that there are some strats that didn't exist whenever he did it, and it was also a little bit subpar by his standards, and I think that's probably why. And then he just had a godly ending, I think. So, like, a mixture of strats that don't exist, being a bit subpar, but then, like, really, really, really good ending. if I recall correctly, because I've definitely seen that record run more than once. Lost a little bit of time there. Oh boy. I mean, to be fair though, I would have actually, because like there was a part of me that was sort of like, oh man, I feel like I only tied the record because of Iblis Phase 2, because of the, you know, like, not even 10-second time save that the new strats give there. And then I was like, oh, but wait, I had a terrible Mephiles Phase 2 through little fault of my own. I had a bad Mephiles Phase 1 through no fault of my own. You know, shit like that. And I didn't get the moon jump, nor did he, in his 43, so it's like, oh, I guess I technically actually performed better despite my really shit combat with like Chaos Snap and stuff. It's just that I love choking and getting bad RNG. So that kind of cheered me up a little bit. So it's like, oh, thank goodness that the quality of that doesn't rely on like the maybe 8 seconds I get from fucking Iblis Phase 2. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, I believe I do make a boo-boo here in the second section. I think it just takes me a while to shoot the train. I think I run out of bullets or something, so yeah, not a good Radical Train. Good start, good first section, but very good first section actually. But this section here is no good, just in general really. Like, whether you do it well or not, it's a bad section, because it's just bad. Like, I really do not like Shadow's bike. I really don't like it. Oh, look at that, look at that. 20 bullets, I start shooting at a bad time, not quite enough to get the kill, so we waste like some seconds there, and then, yeah, 125 is not good. That should be like 10 seconds faster, preferably. So that's kind of poopy. Not too bad, but just not good either. Yeah. Well, what do you know, a 10-second time loss. Oh, dearie me. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do that stuff with Shadow. The stuff that I just started working on. The all gold medals thing. I might do it soon, I honestly, I don't know, but I definitely want to do it. And I've already made some improvements over Yisha's route, although currently I'm not paying attention to S rank stuff. I'm only paying attention to the route itself, like the hub world movement and stuff like that. Because nothing quite gets me going more than optimal hub world movement. Let me tell ya. If you don't have optimal hub world movement in a really long category that nobody wants to optimize, don't talk to me. Or else I'll hit the reset button on you. I don't know where I was going with that. I'll run into your room while you're streaming on twitch.tv and hit the reset button on your splits, even if you're not speedrunning. I'll use Silver's psychokinesis to magically do that from across the world. Watch me. Anyway, that's a pretty damn good start to Aquatic Base. Once again, I don't know how I lose the time that I do here. I really don't. I guess it's just the ending. I just can't fight the enemies optimally, because, I mean, yeah, I suppose it doesn't seem like much when you don't Chaos Snap to an enemy, but it's like each Chaos Snap costs you like a second or two. Maybe even more, depending on like how you're comboing the enemy that you're already fighting. So it might not seem like much, but it definitely adds up. And I suppose that explains then why I always lose like at least 10 seconds here over you know, over... I think DSS had a really, really good aquatic base in his no MSG run. Probably in this run as well, in his any percent record, considering that run is just stupid fucking good, and I pity the fool who ever tries to beat that. Hopefully I'm not referring to my future self when I say that as well, since I don't think I'll ever feel like trying to beat that, even if I really wanted to. Because my god, like, that run is just so stupid good. Didn't homing attack the capsule there, which is nice, but... yeah, it's like, if only I could snap. If only I could snap better. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the run now, obviously. Just the MSG to go, and I mean, I really don't like the MSG. I said it at the start of the run, and I'll say it again. I really do not like Shadow's Mission Select glitch. It is very stinky. I'm probably going to make that the comment on speedrun.com. Shadow's MSG is stinky. It's pretty top-notch criticism, if I do say so myself. Although I at least understand it quite a bit more now, but it's still stupid. And I definitely, like, because this run is, like, considering that it relies on me doing this trick nearly perfectly, like, that alone is like, nah, I'm definitely not gonna be doing much more of this, if any. Maybe in the far future, whenever people find a way to insta-kill Oblispheus 2 by, like, fucking... I don't know, cooking a batch of cookies on top of his head or whatever, turning the oven on to 20 degrees and then tilting your head north whilst hitting the A button with your pinky toe, which allows you to fucking instant kill him. Like, if that day ever comes, it'd be lovely if it did, because that is a long fight. But no, I do not like this trick whatsoever. Like, Silver has it so fucking easy. Like, that's the reason I picked up Silver to begin with back in like 2014. If not even, might have been late 13, but it was 14 anyway. Simply because I wanted to do the one with the easiest mission select glitch, and now look. But no, this is actually really good by my standards so far. Because I examined how DSS did it, and then tried to do what I could with it, and there you go. So that's one of the best ones I've ever done. So yeah, my goal was just to beat Liam's time, which is, in other words, get sub 38, which I am indeed getting. It would have been really nice if I could have beat Yish's time as well. Which, believe it or not, I'm very close to doing, because Yish's time is 37:19. 37:19. And, well, all I can say is I'm glad I didn't tie it, because if I tied Yish's time, I would have screamed. I would have screamed. Like, it's not first place, but it's still a tie, and I'm sorry, I'm not having any more ties in my video. No more ties. For the love of all that is good in this world. Alright, let's time this. Uh-huh. That's what I got. A low 29. 37:29. So 10 seconds worse than Yish's PB, which is the second place time. Which means that although I didn't manage to beat Yish's time, I did beat Liam's by an extended amount, which is more than enough for me. This run, considering how much I hit the MSG, is very optimized, because you could optimize this a lot more, obviously. The world record is like, fucking, what was it? World record is like 36:11 or 16, 36:16, I believe, 36:16. So you can bring it down a lot more. For sure, like over a minute. But for me, personally, that's as much as I want to push it. because I really don't like the fact that you have to play it that optimally just to hope that you get a good MSG. It's like, that's a lot, to me that's a lot worse than the flippin' clip or than Mephiles Phase 2, for sure, so. Dawn, you're here just in time for the end of the restream. And thank you, Nimrod, and Shrek, of course. No, that's I'm pretty happy with that run. That's like, to me that run for me is like the definition of content. Like, I'm really content with that. You know, like I got 3rd place, missed 2nd place by like 11 seconds, but you know what? It's good enough for me. I'm happy with that, because I really didn't think that I was gonna get it that fast, because as I said, last night I streamed this. I did my first runs last night. I did 2 runs of this on stream last night, and it went very poorly. I got my 39, 30, whatever, 33 I think. But I was really disheartened by the end of it, because as I've said a million times, I really don't like Shadow's mission select glitch. God only knows how much I'm gonna hit Sonics if I ever get to that point. But no, like, yeah, super duper content with that. Your next offline PB. Why do you keep putting that? You did that in Discord too. Like, what are you insinuating? Are you trying to insinuate that I am lying? That this run is yet another run that has been spliced by superior Latvian splicing technology? Are you telling me that there are exactly 41 small white boxes that appear on this run at different points for you to find, and the winner wins a free trip to the Bahamas? Is that what you're telling me, Dawn? God damn it. Yeah, we have no splits to compare against here. Also, yeah, sum of best is 3630. And that's with these gold splits as well, which are all also the same as my no MSG gold splits. So that means that the only way I could bring that lower is with an even better mission select glitch. And I'm sorry, what I just got there, like, getting anything better than that for Shadow's MSG, you can fuck right off. I'm not doing that. No. And who knows in the future if I lose my mind. You never know what can happen. You never know. There's a time when I never thought I was gonna do anything other than silver in this game, and now look at me. But, you know, I wouldn't bet on me doing too much more with this category in particular. Certainly not for at least a decade or 2. Or 3, or 4 even. Hell, my whole life. Maybe. I'll do it when I'm double dead in the crypt. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, good shit. I'll open up the original splits now, since I, in true Tony fashion, did miss one split in that. So yeah, these are the splits from the run itself. Yeah, pretty much the exact same. Same finishing time, roughly a low 29. That's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. Very, very content. It's a good feeling as well, you know, it's nice to like get a PB where like I'm not super conflicted or I'm not like super like over the top happy, but instead I just sort of feel like, yeah, that was good. I'm happy with that. Because I don't often get to have that, because normally it's like, no, I need to get this time or else it's shit. If I don't get sub the 30,000 frames exactly, it's shit. No, I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, as I said before, gonna end the stream when the credits are over, and I'm gonna be doing some work on optimizing Shadow's portion of 180 medals, 180 gold medals, and then hopefully at some point in the near future, perhaps very, very near future, you know, within like a week, knowing me, I might do some runs of that, and maybe even de-rust on Silver's portion of it as well. There's not much of a point in doing that unless I plan on doing 180 anytime soon, and I currently don't since I don't know shit about Sonic. Ah, dearie me. But no, good shit. Very, very good shit there. And yeah, I could have just uploaded the raw footage of that run instead of restreaming it, but once, yet again, I just felt like restreaming it was the best thing to do. Especially because I would feel kind of bad if I put it up without splits, because then it's like, you know, I mean, there's no reason to, you know, it's like, well, there's no reason to lie about the time, obviously, like, duh, but still, it's like, it would make it easier if it's like, there's a clear, like, splits with the final time on it, instead of just raw gameplay footage, that for, like, 100% certainty, you'd have to completely retime it, with splits, like what I just did here. So, you know, feels better just to do it like that, even though this is the fucking third restream I've done. Which is stupid. Because I swear, I'm sick of getting offline PBs. I keep fucking getting them because it's really easy to get offline PBs. In games like this anyway. Would not be the case for the other games that I mentioned earlier in the stream, like Blue Dragon and whatnot, because those are very, very long. Even Disc 1 Blue Dragon, I wouldn't do that, and that's not even a serious category. That's just sort of a... That's sort of a... what would you call it? Like a introductory category, you could say. But yeah, good shit. I'm done with no MSG and 90% Shadow now. Moving on to working on optimizing that gold medal route for Mr. Shadow. And then we'll see what happens from there. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick up Big's story. Maybe I'll pick up Espio's story. Maybe I'll pick up Mighty the Crocodillo. Maybe I'll do something more productive with my time, but that's fucking gay, so I'm not doing that. Alright, we're done. I will see you next time. Which, I mean, knowing me, who knows, it might actually be with that gold medal shit. But we will see. Until then, though, that is all. Bye-bye.